you talk a little bit about defining your personal brands. You're going out to look for a career, look for a job. Give me some thoughts, give me some advice on doing that.
The first thing I want to say, a lot of people get an ick when I say personal brand. I like the term, but some people feel like it's cheesy. It's just your reputation, and you have
Yeah.
to be proactive about what people think and say about you. And I remember a mistake I made when I was first starting out was I thought, oh, if you look at my resume and look at what I've done, you kind of know who I am. And that's not true. You have to be able to explain it to people and say, here are my strengths, here are the experiences that I've had. I am a fan of the big old, old fashioned objective or summary statement at the top of a resume to say, this is who I am.
Yeah.
You have to do that filtering for people in a way that maybe we didn't have to before. And it goes back to the lattice concept. Everybody has so much more diversity than they used to. You used to have one job or stay at one company, but you have to be able to explain that to employers. And I think on the employer side, you have to be able to explain who you are and what you want.
Yeah.
In an articulate way so that you can find the right match. So what I think it is just getting more specific and explicit about what you can offer or what a job is looking for. It's using those keywords.
It's really, really great. It's great advice. It's funny. We get back to LinkedIn again. I mean, I just did a job search. I was looking to hire like a Microsoft specialist, and I had a lot of success with LinkedIn. I got to tell you, it is. When you dig into what LinkedIn does, and a lot of the other job platforms do it, but the people that were attracted to the most, first of all, they had a full, laid out, fully filled out LinkedIn profile, because that is in effect their resume, isn't it? But also they had videos, they had some posts about themselves, or where they stood, photos of themselves, which I think photos are just helpful. I mean, I don't know, and the videos themselves showing them in action. And then also, who they're connected to was important to me as well. Like, oh, I didn't realize that this person knows that person, you know what I mean? Or worked at a company where my friend worked at. All of that goes into building your brand, right?
Absolutely. And I think sometimes we just forget the most obvious things. And I did this myself. So here's a message to any business owner who wants to get seen or found on LinkedIn.
Yep.
At a certain point in my career, I wanted to go from being more of a corporate trainer to a keynote speaker. And I had speaker all over my website and trainer, and I, talked to this very fancy schmancy marketing person. And, I said that I had this goal, and she said, well, can I give you some feedback? And you don't have to pay me $1. And I said, sure. And she said, you don't use the word keynote anywhere on your LinkedIn profile or website. And it was like, oops, I didn't think to do that. So sometimes, or if you're really smart, you say something like creative storyteller. It's like nobody is going to Google creative storyteller. They're going to Google keynote speaker. So you have to just be really clear and thinking from the mindset of your customer or your client or your potential employer. What are they going to type in to look for you, and make sure you use those words to talk about yourself?